Hello, hello, hello. Hey, TubeSock Gamer here, and I'm gonna try a new video today that's kind of a little more different than the usual thing that I usually do. Um, Today is the day before the new Mortal Kombat movie comes out. The movie Mortal Kombat 2021, whatever you want to call it, right? I'm a huge fan. For those that don't know of Mortal Kombat, I grew up with it. It was my first game I ever played as a child on my old Sega Genesis with my uncle Tio Alfredo, and we. I grew up with it. I absolutely love Mortal Kombat, and even though I don't play it every single day and all the time, it is in my heart the most important game to me personally, right? And I absolutely love it. I might not be perfect at the game. I'm all right at it, but I'm not perfect at it, right? But I absolutely love it, and I surround my life with around it, honestly, because it's just one of those games that I grew up with, right? Um, and so I couldn't really find an actual tier list about this, but I decided to make a tier list about this. Well, it's not really even a tier list; it's more like a prediction of what's going to happen in the movie, right? And we already have a pretty good idea of all the characters that are going to be in there, right? So I wanted to make this little list, make this little prediction of which characters in this movie are going to live and which ones are probably going to die. Um, it's pretty easy to assume that every character that dies in this movie will die to a fatality. That's pretty. I would imagine that I would assume that that's going to be what's going to end up happening, right? So these are all a bunch of characters from Mortal Kombat. I couldn't really find one about the movie yet. Um, but if I wait until after the movie, then I guess it's not really a good prediction, right? Because then I would just know. So we're gonna look for the characters that are in the movie that are in here. From what I was able to tell, most of the ones that will be in this movie are gonna be in there. And I'm not. I'm going to make like some characters might be put in here just because I think they're gonna be in the movie. Like we haven't really seen them, but I think if they show up, they'll live or die, whatever. So I'm just gonna make those assumptions, right? Now I'm gonna start right now by saying this is Liu Kang. He will live, 100%. 100% he will live, right? He's one of the main protagonists, and I don't know if he's going to be the main focus in this movie. He'll probably have a much bigger role if they make a sequel. Which today there was an announcement that Joe Taslim, the actor for Sub Zero, has signed 4 more contracts to Mortal Kombat. And I don't know if it's counting the one that he currently is doing, but if he isn't, then that's a lot of Mortal Kombat movies. So we can expect more, which is incredible to me. Um, so for sure, Liu Kang is going to live in this movie. If he dies, that would be one of the biggest shocks to me. He does. For any of those that may, I'm not going to spoil anything for those that for those that don't know anything about the Mortal Kombat series history or anything. But there is definitely some stuff in the future for Liu Kang that you know could be grim, but he definitely is like what we would call our main protagonist into the series, right? Um, let's see. Let's go around. There's just so many characters here. Jax. Jax will live. I have a feeling Jax will live. I don't see any reason why he would die here. If anything, that'd be a good way to add him into a sequel. He'll probably die in the sequel. But in this movie, he'll definitely live. Shang Tsung. This first Mortal Kombat game, Shang Tsung. He will live. If he dies, then that's a one less big enemy, bad guy for the sequel. I don't think he would die. Actually, I didn't really think about Shang Tsung that much. Him dying would be a waste, in my opinion. Him dying would be a waste. However, in OG Mortal Kombat, it would make sense that he would die if he's the final combatant. Hmm. I'll actually wait on him. We'll wait on him. Goro will die. Goro has to die. Goro is the champion of Mortal Kombat for 9 tournaments in a row. He needs to die. Otherwise, the Earth can't win, and then there would be no more sequels. So Goro will die. He'll probably kill 1 or 2 people along the way, but he will die. I just realized that Cole Young isn't going to be in this little tier thing here. That's Kentaro. What am I doing? That's Goro. I'm sorry. That's Goro. Goro will die. The other one was Kentaro. They look the same in the old games. Like they look the same. Cabal will die. I feel like Cabal was strictly added into this movie just because we need an extra body to, get killed in the movie. However, that's Cabal is an excellent character. I love Cabal as a character. He's very annoying to fight in the games with his dash and dash cancels, whatever version of Mortal Kombat you play. But um, he's definitely a fun character. I actually really enjoy playing him. He's one of my better characters, and so he looks amazing in this movie. I feel like he's going to die. He's a great character to throw in the movie as an extra fatality. Ryko, a character I did not expect in this movie. I thought he was, if they ever made him, they ever added him, I feel like he would have been in a follow up movie or something. Um, I feel like Ryko will die, just like Cabal. Great character to throw in to add to the roster to die, and for the fans of Ryko or of Mortal Kombat in general, they'll like him a lot. So I'm glad Ryko's in the movie because I don't really have much of a connection with Ryko. However, I do think that he really does fit for what this movie's probably going to bring to us. Molina will probably die, kind of similar to the last two that I just mentioned, um, but she's interesting. She's like the daughter of Shao Kahn, so I think that's going to be really cool to see her fight. I don't know where she is. Where is she? Sonya. If Sonya's not on here, that would not make any sense. It has to be Mortal Kombat 1 Sonya. There she is. Sonya will very likely live. I don't see how she would die. Her and Johnny Cage probably will meet up in a follow up movie. I don't think Johnny Cage will be in this movie, unfortunately. I'm really sad about that, but I don't think he'll be in this movie. And I was kind of looking forward to Johnny Cage, but that's fine. No harm done. Kano will probably live. I don't see Kano dying. If he does die, that'd be kind of a shock to me. It seems that in this movie, Kano is probably going to be a good guy at first. I think that he'll probably betray everyone at the end or something because he's going to think. This is just my predictions. Just keep in mind. I think that Kano is going to be a good guy, and he's going to think at the end, near the end of the tournament, like, "Whoa, wait a second. I don't think Earthrealm stands a chance here. I'm going to change my mind, and I think I'm going to side with Outworld." And then he's going to join Outworld, Shao Kahn's army, because in the games he's a bad guy, and Sonya hates his guts. I mean, maybe it's possible that the reason Sonya hates him will be because in this movie, Kano will betray them and maybe kill Jax. I don't know. That would be interesting. But then there won't be Jackie Briggs in the future, and I don't know if they'll even add those characters in the future. But there is that idea. But I think Kano will live. That's my assumption. He'll live. Let's see. Kung Lao. This is a tricky one. I want Kung Lao to live because I feel like his character would be so epic in number 2. But I think the chances of him dying are pretty high. Kung Lao is one of those good guys that is expendable, if that makes any sense. It would make Liu Kang fight harder and stronger. Um, something like that. I think that fits. If I'm gonna be totally honest, I really like Kung Lao as a character, the egotistical guy. But Raiden's gonna live, 100%, not even a question. Um, Natara. There is rumors that Natara is in there, and according to the first 7 minutes of the movie, at the very end when it shows characters, that looks like Natara, not Devora. I know there's some people that were saying that Devora. No, 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 no. Come on, guys. Real fans know that that's Natara, and I don't know why Natara is in the first Mortal Kombat tournament, but there she is, and she's probably gonna die. Again, just like Ryko Molina, I'm actually gonna put her right there, just so they're in a row. Uh, Probably gonna die. Very likely going to die. We need throwaway characters. Um, Actually, let me add a new row real quick. Row below. We'll make that color. Sorry. We'll just make it green. Both are in it. That's just a new. I just thought of that idea just now. Let's do the OG ninjas real quick because I can't see anyone that could possibly be in there otherwise. Hold on a sec. Am I missing somebody big? I probably am. Oh, from my list here, from my little list, it doesn't look like I'm missing anyone besides the OG ninjas. So let's just do the OG ninjas real quick. Scorpion is a tricky one because well he will die. He will 100% die because that's how he turns into Scorpion. However, he'll probably live because he comes back to life. He comes from hell to kill Sub Zero. Um, no spoilers for the real canon, and I don't know if the movie's going to go with the real canon, but if they do, I really hope they do. That would be awesome. But if they change it up, I'm not going to hate on it. Or even if they hint to like an alternate truth in the future, that would be even more cool. So I'm just gonna say Scorpion here. He will live. By the end of the movie, he'll be alive. Sub Zero by the end of the movie will be dead. Scorpion will have killed Sub Zero. Then Sub Zero will die in order for Kuai Liang, his brother, to take his mantle as the new Sub Zero, which I just realized is not on this list. So I'm gonna hate a little bit because of that. Whoever did this, that's a no. Um, Either way, OG Sub Zero, Bihan, he will die. That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that is all the characters that we know for sure are going to be in here. I think Shang Tsung will probably live. I feel like he needs to live. I want him to live. He might die, but I think he'll live. I think he will live. If he does die, that'd be sick. And his fight better be awesome. Now, as for characters that I really hope are in the movie, I'm just going to add these characters real quick. Katana. I really hope Katana's in there. I don't think she'll fight even if she is in there, but and technically she was never supposed to be in the first tournament. But it would be really cool if she was in there. I really would like to see Katana. I don't really care much for Jade to be in the movie. I hope Baraka's in there. I don't think Baraka will be out there because he's a outrealmer. Is that what you call him? Is that what you call them? Outrealmer? He's from Outworld. Outworlder. Outworlder. I think that's the proper way to put it in. I bet Baraka will. I like Baraka to be in there, but he'll probably be in the sequel if he is. Johnny Cage will. I'd like him to be in there, but he'll probably again also be on a sequel. Quan Chi, for those that want the original, the OG Scorpion Sub-Zero storyline, he plays a massive deal in it. So I really hope Quan Chi's in there. I don't think they'll have him in there, maybe at the end or something, but I really hope he does show up. I'd like to see Shao Kahn instead of just his statue. I think that would be sick. And Reptiles technically in the movie. I think that is Reptile. He'll definitely die. He's definitely an expendable character. Um, it'd be really cool if there was an alternate Reptile in the second movie. Because if I'm not mistaken, in the OG movies, they did add like a pseudo Reptile characters in the movie. You always forget that Reptile was in the first movie. His fight was so out of nowhere, so out of left field. Anyway, Reptile, he'll probably die. Ryko would be interesting to be in the movie, but I highly doubt he'll be in there. I think that's Sub Zero that comes out of the smoke in the trailer. But if it is Smoke, that would be amazing. And I don't see Smoke on here. He's probably in here. I just don't see him. There he is. I'd hope Smoke would be in there. That would be a really cool character to add. But I doubt he'll be in there. We'll take him out. That's a lot of characters right there off the bat. So I think these are all the characters that will show up in this movie. Who knows? Maybe Stryker being added would be interesting. He'd be a cool character for Earth Realm to join in order to be offed, because we do need to have good guys die. We do. But I honestly think that is a good prediction right there. I'm pretty sure these will be the characters that live: Liu Kang, Jack, Sonya, Kano, Raiden, Scorpion, Shang Tsung. The people that die will be Goro, Cabal, Ryko, Molina, Natara, Kung Lao, Sub-Zero, and Reptile. And I hope Katana and Baraka are in there. I hope Johnny Cage and Quan Chi go in there. And I'd like to see Shao Kahn at the end. I just want a little idea of what he's gonna look like, because he look from the statue that you see at the in the first trailer. That looks like Mortal Kombat 11 Shao Kahn, and that is my favorite looking Shao Kahn in the whole like franchise. He looks amazing. He looks big, but not like ridiculously big. As in, like, if you've seen Armageddon or even the very first Mortal Kombat 9, I mean, he looks ridiculously big. And even in the old OG arcade games, he just seems so big. And that's fine, but I like how he looks in Mortal Kombat 11. He looks big and buff, but realistically buff, as in, like, not like sometimes in the old other games. Looks like his armor is squished within his skin because his muscles are so big. But I think this is perfect. Honestly, I think this is perfect. So I'm glad if you guys watch this video, I'm glad that you are here to watch and enjoy. Give me your predictions at the bottom. Who you think? If you have any different ideas, if you agree with me. But I think that this is how it's going to go. So thank you for watching. Tune into any future videos. I'm probably going to have a new Mortal Kombat video coming out soon. And I really hope that we get some MK11 stuff, DLCs tomorrow with the movie release. Stick around, guys. Take care and have a good one. Enjoy the movie.